Hello and welcome back to Enigmatica. Today we are going critical. Yes, we need to build our nuclear reactor and I will show you the biggest reason why I'm rushing it now. I already mentioned it in the previous episode, and it is if you look at this cable here, right? The cables actually can store quite a lot of energy and it is going up, but it is going up very slowly. It means that pretty much anytime I forget to go to sleep, like when I'm working down here, for example, the power just plummets down because all the machines I have are super hungry, and quite a few times now I have run out of power in my storage system. So yeah, we are quite desperate for much more power. So we're gonna be doing this the super easy way. The first thing we actually need to do is to build a turbine. The turbine is the thing that is gonna be creating the power, and the turbine is gonna be getting steam from the nuclear reactor. I think that's the idea, at least. Instead of trying to figure out how to build the turbine, which is a kind of complicated process, I've done it manually once when I was experimenting, but we're gonna do it the lazy way, and we're just gonna use one of these. Yes, this is a building gadget. I'm gonna show you how to load the blueprint into it later when I'm building the reactor itself. We just need to build the turbine, and I think I can push, yes, I can push the configuration key and anchor this thing so that we can see where it ends up. And I think it is fine like this. This is where I want the power to come out. And I think this is where the power is going to come out, I hope, if I haven't made a mistake. And this is where we're going to be pushing in steam. Actually, I can just, I can break these and put them on other sides. And I think that should work fine. So let's just... here goes nothing. I actually haven't tried this for a very long time. Click. Yes. It took all the materials from here, and yes, my entire inventory was completely full. And I think if I read the instructions correctly, this thing doesn't correctly place the turbine blades. So... I just need to click the turbine blades into place. And that looks like it is done. We now have a turbine. And how is this valve configured? Can I see how it's configured? No, but at least we can see that the whole thing has been correctly assembled. So this is the turbine. This is what's going to be creating all the power. It's kind of big, even though it is a relatively small turbine, because apparently we can build them 18 by 18. I don't know. This seems to be a limiting mechanism that everything can be up to 18 by 18. Well, not everything, because, like, for example, these towers, the evaporation towers can only be 4 by 4. But the tanks here, for example, can be 18 by 18. I'm just looking at hydrogen here, because I am suspecting that the reason we are still having power... Let me just double check that I'm right. The reason why we still have power are these things, yes? Yes, they are all burning all the hydrogen. This is getting slightly desperate now. Yeah, I will be running out of power. I'm just checking this pipe here as well, and the pipe is empty. It is sucking up all the hydrogen I'm producing, which is fine. We just need to save the oxygen for future use as well. We could use the hydrogen for some things as well. But I think oxygen, yeah, we're doing fine on oxygen. Okay, so now we need to build a reactor. And we're going to be building the reactor also with this magical copy-paste gadget thing from the building gadgets mod. And the way you load is actually, it's kind of weird. I think it needs to work like this, because I tried many different ways. I'll show you the wrong way I did it first. So I put this gadget here, right? And then I went to the Enigmatica installation, and there is like some deeply in the folders. I found one folder that contains all the blueprints for the building gadgets. And you just take the entire contents of the file and you can do pastes. And that looks like it works, because if you see here, it says basic fission reactor. So it should work. But you take the gadget here and open the configuration menu and material list. Oh, and this worked. this didn't work for the silly turbine, but it worked for this one. No, it doesn't work because, yeah, I cannot see the model here anyway. It is weird, but I have found a way that works. And I don't know if this is a bug or the instructions are bad, and yes, we need to sleep because we are already running out of power. There we go, that was a quick sleep. And I think the way it does work is, if I do this, I put a piece of paper here, click paste. Now it says basic fission reactor. Now I do this, and load, save, load, no. Load, basic fission reactor, come on, please. Show me the... Why did it stop working? It worked so fine last time. Is it in the right mode? Yeah, it is in the right mode. Why can't I see it? Why, machine? Why are you doing this to me? Do I need to charge it with power? No, that didn't help. And yes, we have the basic fission reactor here. I need to... I mean, is it load? Is it save? Now it's empty, and that is load. No. Load. No, now the gadgets doesn't... I have no idea what's happening. Paste. I mean, it says that it is loaded with a basic fission reactor, but it isn't because it's not showing me the blueprint in the world. I have no idea what I've done. Let me debug this, because the previous time I did something with paper, but I don't remember exactly where I put that paper. So the paper doesn't go into this slot. The paper has to go into this slot. I actually had this thing there. I do paste now and load. Yeah. And it's not showing me the blueprints. It's because I anchored the previous blueprint. Yes, there we go. That's how it works. So now we have the blueprint for the fission reactor, and I think I'm just gonna try to... I decided that I'm not gonna put it back there, and that's because I probably want it... stupid thing. I probably want it closer to my centrifuge array that I'm gonna have here, so I probably want it... everything is awkward. I shouldn't have the tank here. I should have this chain over this side, but, well... that's how planning doesn't work. I'll probably just put it here. Here. Please try. I actually kind of like this. Yeah, this looks about right. I don't know which of these ports are input and output, but I think the way I understand these multi-blocks is that you can move these ports around and it shouldn't hurt too much, so... And in the worst case, I can just dismantle it and build it again. Right? Clickety-click. And it got built. And it's getting some weird graphical issues. Oh, that was because it was also showing the blueprint. That's it. This looks like my reactor, right? It took pretty much all the ingredients that I had in my pocket, so I think that worked correctly. Let's put away this stuff. Now I just need to figure out which port is which, but I think we can do this with the configurator. It's gonna tell me... Oh, it doesn't tell me how they're configured. How do I know which one is which? Oh, is it color-coded? It might be color-coded. Oh, maybe. This looks like coolant, yes. Because it is this bluish, light bluish color, so that... I guess this is where the coolant comes in. So that is green. And what is green? Fuel? That looks weird. That's not where fuel should be coming out. Because I need to put out... Like, the steam needs to come out from one port. And then water comes back into another port. And I have no... Oh, logic adapter. Oh, yes, those are... Yes, of course. We need to definitely configure this. I don't know if they... I actually don't understand how I'm supposed to configure these. These are supposed to be safety mechanisms that are stopping the reactor when bad things happen, but this thing here only tells me that it outputs a redstone signal. I don't know if I need to connect this redstone signal to something, or if I don't need to. I have no idea how it's supposed to work, but yeah, I configured one to excess waste, I configured one to high temperature. I hope they turn off the reactor when those things happen, and if not, well, it's gonna explode and it's gonna be funny. But hopefully not. Right, let me fiddle a little bit with the ports and try to figure out how they're supposed to be connected. Aha, the configuration is very simple. You take just the configurator and then shift the right click on things. And this one was blue, which is output coolant. And then we can see that green, which is that it's input only. That's where water from the turbine is going to be coming in, because the turbine takes in like the steam, I guess, because that's what the output of the reactor should be, is steam. And that comes into this port, I'm assuming. And then water comes out from the vents above, because that's how it works. And on this side, we have, I think this is just input for fuel that I'm going to use. And I think this one here, yellow, output waste. And that's the next thing we need to deal with. Nuclear waste. Yes, we need to actually not just store, because we can reprocess the waste later, which is actually necessary for building the fusion reactor, but let's build our nuclear waste storage now. And that definitely needs to be underground, about here somewhere. I still haven't figured out if I want to connect it to my network of tunnels below or not, or if it just should be a separate... No, this should be a separate thing. Yes, that makes the most sense. Don't know why, but it definitely makes the most sense to me. So let's build a little storage room here for our nuclear waste. And by the way, another thing that kills my power production is this. Oh, it's night. Let's go to sleep. Oh no, you can only sleep at night or during thunderstorms. Yeah, it's solar eclipses. They happen all the time. It's some mod in this mod pack that adds solar eclipses. And that kills my power production, and I can't do anything about it because I can't sleep through this, and I'm just losing power. Let's actually see how bad it's getting right now. Let's watch the cable just fly down. There we go. The power is draining. The power is draining. Fortunately, they don't last too long, but it gets properly dark everywhere. And if this area wasn't spawn-proof, things would be spawning. Things are spawning in the overworld everywhere now when the solar eclipse is going on. They happen a little bit too often for my tastes, but I guess, well, that's how they designed it. Anyway, nuclear waste. Let's not waste time. Ha ha ha, waste, waste time, yeah, right, yes. Back to work. And there we go. We now have a nuclear waste storage facility downstairs here, very, very deep underground. It actually isn't deep underground, it's just down here. But I have an elevator here to access it, so that no mobs come in here, because apparently mobs can destroy these things, or at least creepers can blow them up, and that would be bad. And that's why I'm also very, very paranoid and have a lot of light in here. Should be no light level issues here. I'm just pumping in the nuclear waste here. Pump. It is connected to the output port here, which should be outputting the nuclear waste. This is the input for the fuel. The fuel line is right here. It's actually filling up a lot with the fissile fuel, which is good, I guess. Now, this thing is not connected because I don't dare connecting it yet, because there's a couple of other things we need to do. I connected the water return pipe over there, and this is where the steam is going to be coming out into the turbine. And now this thing here, we need to fill it up with water. So I have this exporter here. Let's set it to fluids. Let's set this to water and see what happens. Are you filling up with... That's very little water. Oh, that's very slow. That's being silly. Okay, that should be easy to fix. We just get one of these. I think stack upgrades work for water too, and it makes the exporters push things in much, much faster. Let's just see. Bump. Stack upgrade. Oh, yeah. I want to see another click. Yeah. There we go. Now we're filling this thing up with water. That's kind of slow. Okay, there are speed upgrades as well, so let's use a speed upgrade or free. Oh, there we go. Now, are you filling up with water faster? It's still very slow. I don't know how much... Oh, it actually needs a lot. But that allows me to do another thing and show you this cable from the turbine into our magical battery here. And I think that should be it. After I connect this cable, I think we will be filling things up with power. I am actually not sure. I have never tried this. This will be exciting to see. So I don't know if we have enough water though. Okay, it has an activate button. So it means I can probably just start filling up fuel. Yeah, I guess we need to cover up the whole fuel assembly with water. This thing is slower than I thought. But we only need to fill it up with water once, because we will be recycling the water through the turbine. So it should be fine to wait for it. Okay, let's wait for it to fill up. I don't want to start a half-empty reactor. Even I'm not that crazy. Or maybe I am. Maybe. We'll see. Let's see if the water filling is slow because I'm just running out of water? That would be weird. This is my big water tank. No, it's completely full. Oh, so this is actually telling me that I probably need a water distribution infrastructure that is different from the storage system, because clearly the storage system is way too slow to fill up my reactor. And I remember when I was messing around with, I think was the fusion reactor, it needed even more water than this. But okay, we are almost full. Should I wait until... Yeah, I should wait until we're completely full. We're close. We should get there in a second, and then we'll push the button and see what happens. It will blow up, and I can call this episode Chernobyl or something like that. What time is it? Is it 1:23:45? Never mind. It's close enough. What could possibly go wrong? It's actually not losing water, so that is fine. What is it doing, though? Temperature is nothing. Heating rate 4 millibuckets per tick. So, or 4,000 millibuckets per tick. So 4 buckets per tick of steam is being generated. And I guess it's going in here. Yeah, it is. And it's producing very little. But that is expected because we have a menu here. And I can set burn rate 0.1, so I think it's set to the minimum just to make sure that you haven't done anything stupid. Let's set it to 1 millibucket per tick. Keep mixing them up. It's not 1 bucket. Okay, so this is 10 times faster. I don't know if we're gonna be running out of fuel or not. We are actually producing more fuel than this thing consumes, so that is fine. Okay, that number went up. Numbers are going up, and this thing is now spinning faster, which I like. And it is producing 28,000 FE, whatever that unit is. And I think one of these was producing 77. So yeah, and one of these was producing 100. And what was this again? This was 28,000. So yeah, I think we should be good on power. And I'm pretty sure with just one centrifuge, let's just see, with just one centrifuge, we're still producing more fuel than we're actually burning. So I just need to now hope that my bees are producing enough uranium and we can run this indefinitely. And I think the bees, if you just look here, uranium. Yeah, we have tons and tons of uranium. We have even more uranium chunks that I haven't processed yet because I was actually waiting for my ore quadrupling or quintupling before I do that. And, well, we probably can afford the power to do ore quintupling now. And we can also see here that the induction matrix is filling up with power a lot, which is nice. And I also can see here that the maximum flow here is 1,000 buckets of steam per tick, and right now we're doing 100. So we can speed this up to 10 times faster if we have enough fuel, which I suspect that we do, and everything is fine. I already sped it up to 2 millibuckets per tick, because why not? Right, so let's take a cable here. Connect this to our power network, so the battery should probably be filling this. No, now everything. I don't understand this. I want to configure this port to be output only. Can I do it with the configurator? I don't think I can. Oh, I can. Yes. So this thing will now drain the energy from this, I hope. Why is the cable empty? Oh no. Why are you doing this to me, cable? Because I want to just suck the energy out of this thing and into my entire network, but now I probably just ruined everything. I'll have to try to figure it out. I thought that the configurator, right? This disconnected it, so I definitely don't want that. Now it's broken completely. Let's rebuild it. This is push, and I want pull. I want it to only suck energy from the induction matrix and not put energy into it, but I think it is doing that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna see if it stabilizes, if it's ruined everything, or if it's working fine. I don't know. I don't understand how this works. The cables are sometimes getting confused, and just I need to break a cable and replace it for things to start working again, and I'm not exactly sure why. Now, there are two more things that we need to do. Thing number one that we need to do is to, of course, make this thing safe. Bam, it is now safe. Let's put another one here. It is very safe, and down here, this area is now also safe. Now this area is safe, everything is safe. That's number one, that's easy, didn't even require me to make a map. But the next thing is that I have configured all these things with upgrades. Well, not a lot of upgrades. Oh, no, this one needs 5 more. So let's give it 5 more speed upgrades. And we can just upgrade all our machines to full speed upgrades because I think we can afford the power now. There we go. You're getting 8 speed upgrades. You're getting 8 speed upgrades. Everybody's getting 8 speed upgrades. Yes, because I put 3 in pretty much all the machines everywhere. And it's very much night. And I'm not sleeping because we don't have to anymore. Hopefully. I don't know. I will have to monitor my power situation and see if something is going bad or if things actually functioning properly now. Right. I'm having problems. This thing is not outputting any power. Or maybe it's just as simple as... Oh... Input, output. Yeah, it's always the simplest solution. It's always the last thing you try. Yes, of course, it's always the last thing you try because then it works. Then you don't need to do anything. Hopefully, this will fix my problems. Yes, the cable is completely full. Yay! Everything should be fine. Let's see. Does this thing cube? Yes, it is full. It was empty just a second ago. It was that simple. So we just need to configure the port correctly. Right, so who knew that you needed to configure things correctly for them to work correctly? That's surprising. But, oh, and it's actually, is it losing power? How much stuff are we actually consuming? Oh, wow. I'm hoping that, is it all my machinery that is eating this much? Okay, 120 something. So, and how much were we generating? We are generating, so we need to about 3 times as much power. And I think we can afford it. So 6 millibuckets per tick. That's quite a lot, actually. Bam. We are now burning 6 millibuckets per tick. This thing should be going up very slowly, but it is going up. That's quite a lot of outputs. I didn't know. It's probably because I put the speed up. Oh, yes. Look at how fast they are going. It's the speed upgrades on all these machines that are... Ooh, this is eating too much water. Wow. Yeah, it's the speed upgrades on all these machines that make them eat so much. Look at this. This is just sucking energy. And it needs... This needs 20,000 energy per tick. And this thing here, oh, it's not that much. This is not using anything because it's probably the sulfur trioxide is done. Oh no, it's not getting enough input. So yeah, so this is why I set things up like this, like I mentioned in the previous episode, that I might need to set up stacks of these because this thing is not getting enough of whatever this thing is here, sulfur something or other. This thing. Oh, I ran out of sulfur. Oh, it's even simpler than that. Uh-oh. We're not getting enough sulfur. And, oh, yes, it is because the auto-crafting system is not keeping up. Haha, okay, I know why. That's fine. I have a requester set up so that it crafts 64 sulfur every time it's needed, but I guess this thing is consuming it too fast. I might need to automate that slightly better, but it's not a huge deal. Why am I dying? I think my nuclear reactor just exploded. That was fun, and I don't know why, and I guess the automatic turning off thing didn't actually work. Does that mean that everything here is now radioactive? Oh, that's interesting. I got a hazmat suit. So let's put that on. And let's see how we deal with that. Awesome. Now we can learn another thing. How do we rescue our world from a nuclear explosion? Why am I getting damaged still? Night vision. There's no effect here. Interesting. I can't be anywhere here? Is everything radioactive? Oh, everything this far is radioactive. But we can deal with that with a quest. I have a quest that if anything goes wrong, I can push this button and it clears radiation. I need to grab a fish. Why do I need to grab a fish? Ooh, I ran out of food. This is actually hurting a lot. Is it me that is poisoned, or is the area poisoned? How far would the poison go? I am hoping it is me. Saturation. No, I'm just dying here. This might be my first death on in this world. It would be from radiation. Oh, that's funny. Oh yeah, I will die. I am about to die. There we go. Radiation poisoning. Awesome. Okay, so if I respawn, that was my first death. Yes, we just had a huge nuclear explosion, and I don't even know why. I'll have to investigate that. Everything is gone. It's not a huge deal, because I have... Ooh, there is radiation here. Interesting, interesting. Let's go get our stuff. I think I'm getting radiation poisoning anytime I get close here, and I don't think I can recover from that. Right, so here I am in my hazmat suit, and yeah, I figured it out. So the circuit breaker things, I read the manual. I actually finished reading the manual for once. The circuit breaker things actually need some redstone setup to actually make them work. I didn't know that. So now we know. I will have to figure that one out for the next version of the fission reactor that we're gonna build in the big hole. And I have this thing here, a Geiger counter now. And if I'm standing here, this looks like a normal background radiation. And if we move here, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And here it's going up, and it's going up very, very, very large numbers. Apparently, it takes a couple of weeks of in-game time. I'm assuming a Minecraft time and not real life time, to clear the radiation automatically. But I do have that magical quest that I'm only allowed to use once. In case I have a fish, I can clear that radiation. So let's do that just to speed up the process. Next time I will actually set up the circuit breakers properly, right? I needed a fish. This is my fish. And I'm gonna go stand in the complete meltdown. I'm hoping that my hazmat suit is gonna protect me long enough to push the right buttons. And if not, well, it was nice knowing you. But it should be fine. And if it's not fine, well, something interesting happened. No, this was not planned. I did not plan on doing it like this. But it did happen. How much does the radiation counter show here? That's quite a lot. This is like lethal in a couple of hours. In real life, that is. So, let's go here. Mechanism. This was the fish. Don't panic. I am not panicking. Yes, I'm submitting my code. Clear radiation! Removed all radiation sources. And yeah, now we're fine again. Right, let's restore this area and build it up again. Well, build a reactor again. Did we lose anything else? Oh yeah, we lost half of this machinery. That kind of sucked. That wasn't good. That was a big explosion though. I wonder if this could be used for mining. no, it can't, because as you can see, nothing survived. Not a single block dropped as far as I know. What is this? Oh, this is part of the dynamic tank that stored whatever was here. Well, I will have to rebuild this. I'm not gonna bore you with that. That will happen between this episode and the next one. There is a little bit more time between the episodes right now. I fell into oil. Yes, I have an oil pool here in my sand. There is a little bit more time between episodes now because I'm currently in the middle of 5 different projects, and real life also, you know, Christmas and stuff, lots of things are happening, so there might be a couple of weeks between episodes, but I will rebuild the entire infrastructure and the reactor and the turbine in between episodes. I'm actually having a lot of power issues right now, so this could be interesting, but we'll deal with that, and I'll see you in the next episode, because that was actually a big nuclear explosion, was a fun way to end. So, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time. And have a good, well, radiation exposure. Bye.